Give y'all a new video. This one is on the change of the times. We're going into 2 new eras, not just one. We're going into more than 1 new era. Yeah, it's a new age coming upon us. Great wisdom, great changes. The babies is awakening. But there's another era coming too. It's the era of the smart dummies and the dumb smarties. Oh my goodness, is you a part of that? Which one is you in? Which one is you in? Is you wearing a mask that don't prevent nothing, a designer mask? Just to be a part of the crowd? Is you washing your hands so incessantly that you taking the natural oils that actually keep your skin clean and you stripping your body of its natural cleaning mechanisms and you got chemicals all in your skin now? You didn't know how to clean your hands with essential oils or a fucking lemon? Oh man, is you really bugging out? Is you really staying inside the house and getting stir crazy, getting depressed, fighting with your family when you could go outside and get some exercise? Cause there ain't no rules against that? Is you cyberbullying other people into what they should be doing based on facts you're not even aware of for yourself? I just want to remind you, do you know that historically this type of shit has happened before? Oh, they always promoting the dumb smarties and the smart dummies. Let me give you an example. Do you remember 9/11? Do you remember 9/11? Do you remember when you were so scared of terrorism because the terrorists is everywhere? This didn't go away. It's just they replaced the idea of physical terrorists. Now it's invisible terrorists. Now you can't even pick out the guy that looked like me. Before you had to look for the guy that looked like me. Oh, that guy, he the terrorist. Then they started making other people look like terrorists. Like, oh, no, they're making black people and Puerto Ricans look like terrorists. Remember that? Then the Chinese guys was the terrorists. They were shooting up the military bases. And there was white people, Europeans. So then people started saying, well, anybody could be a terrorist. Everybody could be a terrorist. Matter of fact, if they saying anything that's anti-government, they might be a terrorist. Not realizing the government is the number one terrorizing people. They the main ones going around the country inflicting plagues, dropping bombs, starting wars, causing rebel groups to go up and take over the whole country. All kinds of shit. But when we hear something, like we hear Coney 2012, we don't know they put Coney in place and they sent him on his killing spree. We don't know that they're using go get Coney as an excuse for them to get into the place where he had and take over. We didn't know that's why they wanted, or did we? This is the question. Did we know this is why they wanted to get Gaddafi when they got Gaddafi? Did we know that's why they wanted to get Saddam? Do we know that's why they're going after the people they're going after now? Are we learning? Now, if you are under the age of 20, then you may not have been exposed to this information. You may have been going through that public school system and made you sick in the head. Taught you all kinds of bullshit that was not your history. It was not meant to tell you your place in anything. It was meant to tell you to stay at the bottom of everything. That's why you was in these stories, always at the bottom of the stories. Always fucked up in the stories. You ain't never gotten no history textbook unless it came from Supreme Design or Charles Finch or Sheikh Anta Diop that actually put you at the center of the story and told you how the story really went. Every other story made the hunters the victorious, made the lions look like we was savages. So let's get back to reality. Is there really a bunch of us trying to kill everybody on the planet? No, original people ain't like that. Indigenous people ain't like that. We the custodians of the planet. Typically, we here to save life. We the ones that make sure that the fucking volcanoes and the ants and all that interact. We the ones that keep things clean. We the ones that taught the Europeans how to bathe and wash. You should know that. And if you didn't know that, we put out books to share that. But if you had an idea, all you had to do is follow that line of research, because now you got Google. Now you can look things up. You can learn about history. You can learn about the Tuskegee syphilis experiments. You can learn about the medical apartheid. There's a long history of what Western medicine has done to black and brown people and indigenous people all over the world. You can look up Scott Whitaker's medicine, that we featured him in the Hood Health Handbook. We took people that were writing about things like chemical genocide, the chemicals that they put into the hood. And again, this is for the hood. This is for black people to be obliterated and decimated. And yeah, there's white casualties along the way. But when white people get involved in a plot, they thinking about how to eliminate their top competition. And I know you might think, oh, well, we ain't got the billion-dollar corporations. We ain't got all the money. We don't own all the land. I ain't never been concerned about that, because if you study this thing that's called the Illuminati, like you're supposed to be studying, and you didn't think it just motherfuckers like French Montana in the shit, and you realize that it's really about who's really in power and who's really running things and the sick games that they really into, they laughed at us, scrubbing our hands, buying up all the Lysol. They looking at us like we little, not even mice, because mice trying to get through the maze to get to the food. We so confused we don't know what to do. We just doing whatever they telling us to do. If they told us that the best way to beat this shit was to fucking play bingo at home, we be playing fucking bingo. Right now people telling you, invest in stocks. That's your best way to get right now, to invest into their system, to invest into the cashless economy that they're pushing forward. Yeah, go ahead and get your online stock account. What you going to invest in? All the companies that's pimping you? You're going to invest in every company that you hate, the ones that you need to boycott, the ones that's going to come up and be big. You're going to invest and they win. You could do that with your homeboy. You could invest in their food company. You could invest in your girl motherfucking massage company. You could invest in anything else. But you want to invest in their system. That's how I know we smart dummies and dumb smarties. Because we passing on CDC recommendations. We ain't passing on no Dr. Sebi recommendations right now. Why we not doing that? Why we not saying you can make a sanitizer spray out of fucking lavender oil, vinegar, and fucking water? Why we not talking about you can make black soap out of motherfucking, take some plantains and burn that shit up in the ash and some fucking rainwater, and that shit becomes lye and that shit becomes soap? It's not fucking complicated to keep ourselves clean. We the authors of being clean, but now we taking recommendations from these motherfuckers? That's how I know you lost your minds. And you're bullying motherfuckers, acting like we being so unclean because we going outside and breathing fresh air. We ain't coughing on motherfuckers out here. It's the healthy motherfuckers out there in nature because we healthy in the mind too. We ain't believing these silly ass rules being passed out through social media because that's not even in the legal mandates. The legal mandates say you better get you some motherfucking exercise, and people is not. People is in the house going crazy. There's sunlight out this bitch that you need for vitamin D. That help you with immunity too. But I know you ain't about to act like you the immunity expert because we was just eating ass a year ago. We was just eating ass. Motherfuckers ain't had no problem eating ass. You ain't about to be an ass-eating motherfucker that was singing songs and making songs and singing along with songs about eating ass. And then you gonna tell me you're a hygiene expert. Oh, it's a contagion out there. You fucking around, Supreme. You fucking nasty. Where your gloves at? If you don't change out your gloves, you just spreading fucking germs with your gloves. That's smart, dummy, dumb, smarty shit. Wash your hands, keep your hands off of shit. But if you could have the discipline and not touch your face, which is really fucking hard for a lot of us, do you have the discipline to stop smoking cigarettes? You in that house secondhand smoking the fuck out of your babies, man. The fuck is you doing? That shit healthy? Smart, dummy, dumb, smarty shit. It's more motherfuckers that die from cigarettes this month than die from coronavirus in the past 3 months. Cardiovascular disease too. Who the fuck stopped eating swine this time? We trying to be all clean. Did you clean the fucking worms out your system, man? You got worms in your system that's gonna kill you faster. They got higher than a 2% fatality rate. But again, we smart dummies and dumb smarties right now. And the motherfuckers that really is pulling the strings behind this shit, they laughing. Because they laughing at how bugged out we acting, man. We need to find our motherfucking peace. We need to find our motherfucking values. We need to find our wits. We need to gather our bears. We need to get into this motherfucking soil. You see what I'm doing? Hood Health Handbook got the motherfucking keys. Turn your motherfucking yard into a garden, man. Did you know you can use all the motherfucking little plastic bags that you get and you lay them down as motherfucking tarp to keep the weeds from coming up? And then if you need something to plug them into the ground, you cut you some motherfucking, all them wire hangers, you just cut them in the stakes. Free shit, affordable shit, shit you can do, man. That's the shit that's in our books. We're trying to show you, man, you can use food stamps to go buy you a fruit tree from Walmart. Did you know that? Man, it ain't the best. Yeah, you want organic? But goddamn, this smart dummy shit where we've been eating ass, goddamn it, y'all ain't about to act like we had it all figured out. We about to get right. And part of getting right is getting back to our right minds. Stop listening to every motherfucker that's scared, man. Listen to motherfuckers that's wise, smart, and brave and been doing it forever, man. There's naturopaths, preppers, survivalists, and even homeless people that know how to fucking make it when you're dealing with shit like this, man. Stop acting crazy, because the devil is laughing. Remember, man, we the divine, man. We got the power. Fuck the land and the money. We have the fucking power. And once you get that power back, man, he can't take it from you. Remember that. Love y'all. Peace.